Okay, I kind of cut this off a little bit too fast, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this equation actually up here. Now, my suggestion is when I graph sine or the secant or cosecant is graph the sine or the cosine version of it first. So I'm going to treat this as y equals cosine 2 x minus pi over 4. And then the secant is just really just going to be one transformation after. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go find my parts. So A, I have an amplitude of 1. B is 2, which means I have a period of 2 pi over 2, which is pi. And I also have a horizontal shift at pi over 4. As far as my key points, I get the period divided by 4. So at every fourth pi, I have a key point happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to graph, and I can do it in different colors, but if you're doing a pencil, do it kind of lightly. But I'm going to graph the cosine version of this graph up here. So I should start at a fourth pi. So cosine starts at a max. And then I go down, every fourth pi I have a key point happening. And notice I did start a little bit too early, because that's a half, so I really should be here. And then here, 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 here. So from 1/4 to 5/4, there is a full cycle, and then I can keep going. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is, as far as the secant is concerned, anywhere where I hit the equilibrium line, that is going to be in vertical asymptote. So I'm going to have vertical asymptote at pi over 2. I have one at pi, at 3 pi over 2, because at that equilibrium line, that's what causes our graph to give a 0. Well, remember, the secant is just the reciprocal of that. So whenever you have a 0 and then you flip it, you end up with undefined. The next part I'm going to do is anywhere I had a maximum, and well, I would have had one here as well at 0. Well, anywhere that I had a maximum, now that is going to go upside down and cause a U. I'm still going to hit that max point, except now it's going to be a minimum. Like so. And then the same thing is going to happen when I do the other half, the low points. The minimum, the reciprocal of -1 is still -1, except now everything else changes. And that's how we're going to graph secant. And cosecant's really the same way. You just graph sine and then make your... I just treat this as like one extra transformation.